What's up? What's happening? We live?
Charlemagne,
I
we
think so.
live.
It looks like we live. Yeah. We live. We live. What's happening? What's good with you?
I'm out here. The world doesn't know what a struggle it was for me to get here, but I'm here. Okay,
Oh
you're
man,
here. We're
I'm
here.
here. We here. We out here
You're
in
here.
COVID. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing. Once again, we took a brief hiatus. We had life things happening all over the place. Uh, JBM's not able to join us. He's also dealing with some things, some personal issues. Uh, Family related. So got his a mother in law who is has COVID. So if you guys pray or whatever you do spiritually to send good vibes to someone, we would ask that you do that. Um,
Absolutely.
because we do want her to recover and be well. That would be great for everybody. Um, Imani, what's going on?
I got back from Colombia on Friday. It's a
Colombia.
beautiful country. Don't let the weather app fool you though. Their 80 is not our 80. I packed wrong. I was cold. I had to make a trip to the mall to pick up some warmer items. Somehow
Higher
it's like
elevation,
really,
right?
really, really, really cool. It gets warm for 1 hour and it drops right back down. And yes, I think the elevation has to have something to do with it. But literally, like it says, if we get to 84, we get to 84 for 1 hour and then be back down to 75 by the next hour.
Wow.
Like it was not there. The last day it was warm, but like I
The
had to,
last day?
the last day I was
Jeez.
like, "Are you kidding me?" So, but that's a lesson learned. I need to not just look at the weather app. I need to do more research about how to pack when traveling to other nations because that was yeah.
Isn't this their winter though? They're in because that's Colombia. Is that in that's in the southern hemisphere, right?
Yes, either this is the they said it was the end of their rainy season.
Okay,
I don't
yeah. So
particularly know
that's
what that means, but I would say it felt like fall or spring.
yeah,
It didn't
that
feel
makes sense.
like cold, but I don't know what type of weather they get there. Like yeah, I
So
don't.
their summer, their warmer months would be in December, more or less. Like our winter is their summer, and so we're on the cusp of fall right now. So they should be in early spring, late winter, early spring, somewhere in that.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
they don't have those. They don't have seasons like we have seasons. They don't have four seasons. There's a rainy
They got
season, which is
rainy and dry.
cooler. Yeah, and then a dry season where that's more of the summertime. Either way, man, geography is strange. That's a whole other conversation.
Definitely.
Uh, what else? Oh, we got to shout out some sad news.
Yes,
Michael K. Williams passing yesterday. Unfortunately, untimely. Man, that hit me hard.
I
I ain't
was
gonna lie
not
to you. That
ready
was
to
not.
see that.
Yeah. I was streaming some gameplay and then I ended the stream and saw that trending on Twitter and I was that man that took me completely out. I was not expecting to see that news at all.
It's especially sad when like we spent several weeks last year talking about him and his performance on Aftercraft and to know that that person is no longer here or like he just did the tribute to DMX and I saw this on Twitter, everybody was talking about how he should play him, like who
Mm-hmm.
else could play DMX in a biopic if not Michael K. Williams, but now he's not even here for that either. And I don't like to speculate on, how someone passed, especially since we haven't gotten an official coroner's report. And I would ask that, although I've read some things in some articles, none of those things were told to the media directly. So let's just all try our best to be respectful of him and his family. We found out because his nephew who found him called a family member and someone overheard that conversation.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
no, this
that's
family didn't
terrible.
even get to tell us, themselves. So, I I love all of the messages about, how great and kind of a person he was and how his performances touched people. I think people should continue to talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's the amount of people, celebrities, and alike everyone alike, family members, people who knew him personally. Like I love the fact that all of the good stories, the things that you don't really hear, are coming out. It's unfortunate that it took his passing to hear a lot of these things, but he just sounds like, his personal, his who he was as a person. He was just a really good, decent, genuine soul, and he will be missed. And definitely thoughts and prayers go to his family right now, and
Absolutely.
friends, family, friends, and anyone else who knew him, supported him, loved him, all of his fans, everybody. Definitely, and he was a showstopper. Like anytime he got on screen, anything he did, he definitely gave it his all, and it came through in all of his performances. And because like I said, I don't know him. I didn't follow him all that well, but anytime I saw him on screen, any of the works, Broadway, Boardwalk Empire, um, what The Wire, of course, that's probably his most noteworthy
That's
thing,
smart.
and then Lovecraft Country, of course, which is probably that was his most recent work, I
I,
think.
I think he might be on a show now that's either still airing or the season is over. I can tell you the name of it in a moment.
Yeah, and he got a lot of nominations for his performance in Lovecraft Country too. So
He just won
man,
an award for it last week.
and it's like here we are again. It's like this fall winter period seems like we this is when these things happen. Unfortunately, uh, Chadwick passed in basically what, late August last year. Too, it's
Yeah.
they're so close together. Uh, just really really hate to see it, but um, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we don't get any more news like that for a while, rest of the year, for or however long.
I can't find the name of the show, but I know he's on something right now, and as soon as it comes to me, I will make sure I share it on the show. If not tomorrow, then next week. But absolutely, I'll be watching him. He was in the 2008 Incredible Hulk. We just watched that movie. Oh no, the 2008. We didn't watch that one. We might have to do a movie night. Oh, I'm by myself, exposing myself. Don't worry about what you see. Don't worry about that. My green screen, I'm a little messed up. Don't know what happened to Coop, but it's just me. Mike Porter, hello. We were just talking about the life of Michael K. Williams, how sad we are for his passing, and yeah, just take this moment to say that I am really, really sad and tired of losing Black entertainers so young. I feel like they do deserve to grow old. Yeah. I'm sad of having to report these things and feel this way.
All right, I don't know. My camera's not working.
Oh no.
Anywho, and I don't have a webcam on this gaming computer, so I
Can
can
I
only
just
switch to
let
the
y'all know
watch.
he was talking wild junk about my camera setup off
I
camera?
was.
Now look, now look. Guess whose camera's working just fine? Mine. Now he muted me. I'm by myself again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at this impromptu solo stuff. If you've been watching the show for a while, you know I get a little nervous, I get choked up. What's happened? This wasn't part of the script. But for those who are watching, today we are talking about What If episode 4, The Two Doctor Stranges. How did y'all feel about it? Please share your ratings of 1 to 10 with us. Oh, Mike Porter says, I saw Shang-Chi for the 3rd time. Yo, I'm so excited to talk about Shang-Chi. You have no idea. We can't talk about it this week for reasons which I will not name. However, next Tuesday, we are absolutely doing a review of Shang-Chi. I am so excited. In fact, I would like to see it again. And I would argue that it is up there with my favorite Marvel films. Like, I'm excited to rate it. I'm excited to see how you all rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm excited to put it in our list of MCU films. I really hope it goes towards the top. That was a great film.
Yeah, I've gotta see it too.
I wasn't going to tell the people what the reason was.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I've got to. I'll probably see it Thursday. That's my plan right now. That's my plan. I've got a window of opportunity on Thursday to go see it, and I will likely do it. But either way, we'll definitely be able to talk about it. Oh, wait.
Oh, I saw something. Oh, now he's gone completely back to just me again. Back to the nerves. Mike Porter says the last What If was a 9.5. Mike, what did you rate the previous ones? I don't remember. Although I feel like everybody is rating them really high. JBM couldn't be on tonight, but he and I spoke off camera, and he was adamant that this and the first episode of What If with Captain Carter were his favorites. And I have to say that I agree. I know I said last week that I liked episode 3 better than episode 2, but I'd have to say that episodes 2 and 4 are my favorite. And I think what's doing it for me is I believe that episodes 2 and 4 to me feel like they could be films, like films that I would want to watch. Like I would absolutely thoroughly enjoy a live action version of episode 1 of What If. And then yesterday not yesterday, I watched it yesterday for the first time, but last week's episodes of What If. I just can't catch a break today, people. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. It's just a little crazy in here right now. But where was I? Oh, I would absolutely love to see an episode of What If with both Doctor Stranges. I would absolutely love to see a live action version of What If with both Doctor Stranges. I would watch that movie today. Episode 2, as cool as it was, I just can't really see it being real. Yes, I know it does happen in another universe within the MCU. Well, what is it? MCM, the multiverse. But that doesn't mean that it has to feel realistic to me, and it just doesn't. But this felt real. Doctor Strange is very passionate about whatever he puts his mind to. Yes, it was different that his passion was more about Christine than it was his work and himself. However, his dedication to solving the problem that he had was very realistic to me. That's the same Doctor Strange that we've seen in the films. And what was I going to say? And even so, this episode kind of got rid of a little bit of nervousness that I had from the Far From Home trailer. And Far From Home, I felt a little bit like this. There's no way that our Doctor Strange could make such a, what's the word I'm looking for? That he would just F up so bad. Like the trailer looks like Doctor Strange is effing up. Yeah, Peter Parker wants to do something that he should not want and that's bad. But Doctor Strange doesn't have to actually give him that. And he gives him that. We see him creating the spell, messing with time. And as always, we see Wong warning him of what's going to happen. And then boom, we have problems because of it. So clearly, Doctor Strange is not as level-headed as I thought him to be. Like, in my opinion, before this episode of What If and the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, he never made mistakes. And now it seems like, okay, the No Way Home trailer, we're like, okay, it looks like he's making a mistake. And then last week's episode of What If, oh wow, he absolutely is capable of making mistakes. So yeah, I would absolutely love to see that. And honestly, since we know that it's canon, it would be dope if we can actually see a version of that at some point on screen. Although he does destroy his universe, it'll be at least dope to see like a little peek of him. And they called him Supreme Strange, and they called the other version just Doctor Strange. So it would be dope to see just a little bit of Supreme Strange at some point on air. Looks like.
All right, so apparently my computer is not recognizing my camera right now, so that's something I have to fix some other time. But anyway, let's get into it.
I was talking about Doctor Strange, and I told the people that JBM thought that this episode and episode 1 were his favorites. I agree with him. I did not mention this, but I don't appreciate episode 1 slander. I've heard a lot of people say that it was the worst. I disagree with that. And what else did I say? I was saying how, for me, episodes 1 and 4 are the strongest because they felt like they would be powerful films. Like, I would absolutely love to see a Captain Carter film and even a Supreme Strange film where we see him lose his mind. I think that would be really dope. Or at the very least, I wouldn't mind seeing versions of these characters on camera. I know that they're all canon. However, episodes 2 and 4 seem more realistic to me. Oh, I also said that it's very clear now that Doctor Strange is absolutely capable of doing the wrong thing. In the MCU, you know, he's pretty much been very arrogant, but he hasn't made bad decisions. And then when the Far From Home, the No Way Home trailer came out, you know, we see him making a decision that just doesn't look too smart. And it didn't seem right to me. But then we see this episode of What If, and clearly if Doctor Strange is able to go off the rails this bad, he's absolutely capable of making the decision that he made in
or is going to make.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree, and I would also say that for me, all 3 of these episodes have been spectacular, and episode 1 is probably, if I had to rank these, I don't know. I think because of the nostalgia, even though the second episode was really good, I think the first episode was surprisingly good. Like, it was a really good introduction to the series because I didn't go into it with any type of expectations. And so for me, I was pleasantly surprised by the first episode and how good it was and how much I picked up on, or I just stayed engaged in the story. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a weak. It's no weakness at all in these. It's really hard to compare the one episode to the other because they're all 3 have been very different stories. But for me, this is definitely a 9. I want to say this Doctor Strange episode, like it's my favorite episode of the series thus far, easily. Like, when I don't even know say it easily, but it's like each episode just keeps upping the ante a little bit. Like, and I think for me, this one, episode 3, I started to see the potential of how all of these stories could connect. Not to say that they are. I have no idea what's going to happen in this series, but it definitely made me think that this could be the assembly of an alternative Avengers team that I would like to see in live action.
I think, and I don't want to say that it is a problem. However, I think the issue with episode 2 was that there were so many characters that were affected by that decision that it seemed a bit fantastical. And I think the issue there is we're seeing a significant amount of time pass in between the Nexus event and what we get on screen. For example, with Doctor Strange, we see it's only 2 years that passed from when Christine died to when he's the Sorcerer Supreme. And Captain Carter, her decision was pretty instant. You know, she took Steve's place, and then boom, she's Captain Carter, and within months she's fighting a war. And then what was it, last week?
Yeah.
No, the week before.
That's the that's the
where
that's
everybody
the
dies. Whatever
Yeah,
decision took place didn't take place a lifetime. Like T'Challa had time to grow up in between when we first saw him in that second episode to, you know, a few minutes later to when he's a full grown adult.
Yeah. So that I totally forgot episode 3.
Oh
man, that's crazy. Because I'm thinking that this is not the 3rd episode. This is the 4th episode. So yeah, definitely episode 3 for me is probably at the bottom. That doesn't mean it's a bad episode. It just the first episode, 2nd episode, and this 4th episode were just amazing, and that one was very good. You know, like it's a high level. It's a high bar. Each of these episodes are setting, and this one is like, if they all got 9 reps, this one got like that. The 3rd episode got like 8. You know what I'm saying? It's really that close.
Yeah, I think there's one difference in episodes 3 and 4 that, you know, make them stand out a bit from episodes 1 and 2. Episodes 1 and 2, we clearly find out exactly what decision was made that changed history. You don't get that in episodes 3 and 4. In episode 3, we don't exactly know what decision was made that caused Nick Fury to add Wasp to the Avengers Initiative before, or at least to have her working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So quickly. We don't know where that came from. And then the same for this episode. We don't really know why Doctor Strange is more in love with Christine than he is with himself. Like, from the moment the episode started, yeah, she did decide to go with him in this reality, which she declined to go to the event in the previous one. However, he was still significantly more self-absorbed. Like, his life in this episode was completely about Christine, and previously it was only about him. I think that there is a Nexus event well before her agreeing to go with him on to the event that changed time. So we don't exactly know what the Nexus event is for episodes 2 and 3. And I think that can affect our perception of it.
I think that I'm running with my theory that this is all connected. It's not. It is the multiverse, but I think that these multiverses are connected, and events that happen affect the others. Like, I think the Nexus event is Captain Carter. I think that whole thing, because of what happens in the first episode, that has been the cause and effect of everything that we've seen in these last 3. So all 4 episodes are connected through the multiverse, and all the changes that we've seen to the characters' backgrounds have affected all of the other subsequent ones. And I think if there is a Nexus event, it is that Captain Carter becoming the first Avenger. I think it has affected the entire multiverse. I think I don't know, it's all confusing, the time thing. Like, it's because right now we're still in the middle of, we really just hit this point where time is a major player in the MCU. It starts with Endgame, and now we're seeing all of it come to fruition, and it's too early for us to know exactly how all of these things play together. But this show feels like it's more connected than it's leading on. The Watcher is the common denominator in all of this. Like,
Watcher,
I know we were talking about this off camera, but I feel like he's going to intervene, and that intervention is going to be key to this group possibly coming together, because he's been contemplated per episode. Every new episode, he talks about how he can't,
but I'm not.
Yeah, and there was one Watcher that does step in the comic books, and that sets off a whole other chain of events. Because they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to intervene. That's never supposed to happen. They're just supposed to be there to observe the universe and never interfere with what's happening inside of it.
When
and
you
in this
say
case, he's.
Are you referring to multiple Watchers, or are
Yeah.
you referring to the Watcher as like a being? Like, are you saying that there's multiple Watchers in the universe, or are you just talking about different Watchers throughout the comic?
Yeah, there are multiple Watchers. There are an entire civilization. They're a group of people. They're, at least they are in the comics. There was basically a council of Watchers that observed the universe, studied, documented what happened, and didn't really do much. One of those does intervene, and he, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe they exile him or they excommunicate him for interfering, and he might be the one, the Watcher that is narrating this show. He might be the one that eventually intervenes and is exiled.
Well, I'll tell you what, this episode was a hot mess, and Supreme Strange destroyed his entire universe. So if this wasn't enough for him to intervene, I can only imagine what the next episodes are going to bring.
I'm also, something that I'm glad they touched on briefly in this episode is the fact of is how Strange gets his power and where he draws his power from, because it is from other dimensional beings. Like, now Supreme Strange is absorbing these dimensional beings, but in the comics, like, that's how he is able to use his magic. He's borrowing the powers of other dimensional beings to basically enhance his abilities as a sorcerer.
I was watching the Canadian Lad today. I love his channel and how he breaks things down. And he mentioned how by the end of the episode, Doctor Strange is using chaos magic. His magic turns red as soon as he absorbs the other Doctor Strange, and the red chaos magic is the same magic that is used by
Scarlet Witch.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's yeah. I noticed the change in color, but I didn't think it was chaos magic. That is interesting though, because if it's chaos magic, that's interesting. Maybe I forget what's the being that created chaos magic that gave the Scarlet Witch her powers, basically. I forget their name, but that's not who he absorbed. Not to say that there's only one being in the Marvel universe that can use chaos magic. I'm not sure. But it's what if, so anything is possible. We haven't seen the Scarlet Witch thus far, so maybe that all has changed as well.
He also mentioned how when he was affecting time, that the chaos magic outpowered the Infinity Stone, the Time Stone, and I think that's going to be a very important thing for when we start to see the Scarlet Witch again on screen.
That would actually make sense, because there shouldn't be any other Scarlet Witch variants in the multiverse. It should only be one if the MCU is going to remain true to the comics in that capacity, which we do know that they have deviated in some instances, but I hope that that's not one. I hope there's only one Scarlet Witch in all of the multiverse. And if the chaos magic does overpower the Time Stone, that would explain why there's only one of them. Because throughout all space and time, chaos magic basically is persistent. Chaos magic is superior to time and space itself.
Also, purple, which Agatha used in WandaVision, is dark magic. Mm-hmm. Which is similar to like Dormammu and his coloring and stuff. His magic wasn't red. I remember that.
Yes, that is true.
She's pulling from someplace where he is or wherever he gets his power from too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the Sorcerer Supreme was doing in the first Doctor Strange. Like, she was pulling power from Dormammu. She'd struck a deal with him.
I don't remember her. I remember the emblem in her forehead, but I don't remember color associated with her.
Because
maybe she was hiding it intentionally.
That's what. Yeah, that's why. What's his name was upset. The villain. Dang, I forgot his name. But that was the whole reason why. Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen character left the Sanctum, because basically she was a hypocrite. Like, he had learned that she was drawn on the magic of Dormammu and the Dark Dimension.
I want to speculate, but what if it's the one? What if is the one show where I feel like I'm not going to benefit too much from speculation because we have no idea what's going to happen, and as of right now, none of the episodes, or at least they haven't revealed that they are directly connected. So, what's the point of me trying to, pinpoint exactly what this character's intentions are if, for all we know, we may not see that person in the MCU anytime soon? Although I do think they're telling us these stories for a reason, we don't know exactly what that reason is yet, and we don't know who the important characters are going to be.
So have you seen the teaser for tomorrow's episode?
Nope.
Okay. Do we want to talk about that?
Should we play it? Can we find it?
It's on Twitter. Oh, well, let's see. Do they have a what if on YouTube? Let's see. It might be on YouTube. Let's see. It might be on the tubes.
Oh, I found it. We need to relax, StreamYard.
Shout out to the ads.
Yo, I don't understand why we keep getting StreamYard ads. We're already using you. Shout out to StreamYard who keeps us going.
Oh, you don't have an ad blocker on your browser?
I need my pop-ups. Or whatever. I don't know. Listen, I just got this up. I don't need to mess it up. If I can survive without it, let me, because I will jack this up. All right, I found the teaser.
Yeah, it's a Chrome web block or ad blocker.
We'll share that. Share. Y'all see that?
Okay, copy.
Oh, wait, you can't hear it because I turned the volume down. This is the trailer for tomorrow's episode of What If.
Follow me into the multiverse of infinite possibilities. Reality is not a straight line. Every passing moment is a chance for a new offshoot, a new variation. In fact, there are more realities than you can possibly fathom, an infinite number of plans. Where the stories you thought you knew are nothing like you remember. What if?
All of that was for tomorrow's episode?
Disney Plus.
That's a lot.
Yo, okay, let go back. Wait a second. Was that
Zombie Cap or Killmonger?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, that's interesting.
Let's pull a Canadian lad. Let's slow down the playback speed.
Oh man, that's wild. That's Gamora instead of Hulk. Wait. Star-Lord, go back. Is that T'Challa?
We won't know.
That's got to be T'Challa.
Wait, did it have the necklace on?
Yeah.
Yeah, the necklace on. That's T'Challa.
Reality is not a straight line.
Oh, I said I was supposed to speculate.
It's a chance for a new law.
This stuff.
That's what Oh.
But who's Iron Man? I'm so confused. Anyway.
Okay, wait. Pause.
See, he's dead. Time out. He died. Captain America died. Hulk, because Hank Pym killed them.
Pause for the cause real quick, because I noticed something in the branches. Notice how some of the branches, the branch to the right, there's like 3 images separated from one branch. That might be basically like almost like Nexus events within Nexus events.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that dang, I missed that fast.
Is that not Hulk? Is that not Hulk behind him?
If that's not Hulk, then that's Thanos is the big son.
Yeah, big boy.
The one on the other side was Squidward.
Oh man, yeah, the sorcerer. Yeah.
Cap.
Cap.
Bucky with the Wakandan arm.
That's the Winter Soldier. Yep, and he's got his he's got his Wakanda arm.
So then, okay.
I'm thoroughly confused, but I'm intrigued. Definitely, that's
Is that a redhead?
That was Black Widow.
Then
see, told you. It's T'Challa.
the Hulk. Shuri. Why does she look so small?
Different timeline.
What the heck?
Man, yo, this episode's about to be wild. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited because if they're starting to bring characters together that we've seen on screen, it's starting to add to my theory that all this is connected somehow, some way. I'm digging it.
I am also digging it, and I'm very excited.
It.
I'm gonna relax on the speculation because my issue is not what's gonna happen in the show. I want to know how this is going to connect to the MCU. How are we going to see these things? Like, we're spending all this time worrying about whether or not or how, they're going to introduce these other Spider-Men. Well, not only we already knew there were other Spider-Men, but now like there's other everybody else. How is all of that going to come together? Like, what is that going to mean? I'm nervous.
So you just brought up Spider-Man, and that reminded me. I saw a rumor from I believe it was Danny Rickman or Charles Murphy, one of them, about the next trailer for Spider-Man and who might be in it.
Don't tell me. Let me find out when the trailer comes out.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen anybody else cooperate, but yeah, I actually didn't look into it though, but it wasn't one of the rumored Spider-Men that's supposed to appear. So cancel that one out. They didn't say that was the person. It was someone else, but I won't say.
Don't tell me. I'm strong. When say it was out? January?
It's supposed to come out January unless it gets pushed back. Did it get pushed back?
Wear your masks. Stay in the house.
Spider-Man.
Okay, I want to be happy, and I would be happy if y'all would not party it up right now. Okay,
it's still got a December 17th, 2021 release date.
They need to fix that. Don't I'm talking all the way down to Thanksgiving. Don't go ham for Halloween. Your homecoming is a wrap. Even if they do have it, if y'all go there, you getting COVID. Don't go. What's after that? Halloween. Don't touch each other. Thanksgiving, you could see them next year. It's fine. Man. Have a Zoom dinner. Y'all don't all need to be in the same house. Grandma getting old anyway. Do not make her cook all that food just for all y'all to come over and get her sick. It's not worth it. Christmas, social distance Christmas. Save your money anyway. They'll be there next year if everybody is safe. Okay. New Year's Eve. If you want to kiss somebody on New Year's Eve, that's cool, but that needs to be the person that you're around all the time. Okay, don't just be going out and kissing random people. It's COVID. Can't do that.
Man, you shouldn't do that in general. That's just weird.
I mean, people. It happens. It happens. We have Twitter.
Out here
The
kissing
crazy things that
randoms.
people do, I wouldn't put it. Sometimes, just be careful.
Oh man, it's the stuff you see on the internet.
People doing more than just kissing people.
Man,
Stop it. It's COVID.
it is the big COVID.
Anything else come up before that? I think I made it through all the holidays leading up to
Those
Spider-Man.
are the big ones. I mean, those are the big American holidays. I'm pretty sure there's some other.
Eid? No, there's no Eid, brother.
Hanukkah,
Exchange gifts at home.
Kwanzaa.
Save money, go to Dollar Tree to get them gifts, okay? And then all the money
Just
that you
be
save
careful.
next Hanukkah will be even better.
Be careful during the holiday season. Wear a mask. Social distance. Let's be because it fall and winter is when viruses and diseases thrive. They fare better in colder temperatures, so don't let these summertime numbers fool you. Just look at Florida.
Also, for everyone who is anti-flu shot, if you have never gotten one in the past, I'm not going to force you to get one. But if you get one every year, I'm going to tell you don't just stop because you are stuck in the house. You never know. I live with 2 teenagers and they are now going to be going to high school. This is their first time. Well, not now going to high school. They're going back to school. They have not been in school since last February or last March.
Wait, time out. So they haven't actually gone to. They hadn't started in school yet. That's crazy because NC schools are definitely they are wide open. They've been wide open since August.
Their first day is this Thursday. Well, we always start in September out here. The first week of September is usually the norm. First or second week, or always after.
Oh, when do y'all get out then?
June. I remember
that's
I had to go to A&T's very last orientation, and was it during the school year? I remember when I went to orientation in college, I literally maybe ended school like that Friday, and I had to go to A&T that Saturday. It was quick.
Yeah, school started in August for us, and we still got out in June. How many days was it? 180 days, I think, was the school year. I would say.
Or for the students, yeah, 180.
Yeah, it was 180 for yeah. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is that schools are back. School buses are back out on the street. They have been since August.
And I'll tell you what, we'll be taking extra precautions to make sure, they're doing the best that they can to keep themselves clean. They have masks. But, I'll be getting my flu shot. Don't discredit the flu. The flu still kills people. That's where I was going with this. I got distracted. The flu still kills people. So please, if you have any issues with asthma, any other problems, you don't want the flu. The flu is not fun. Also, we didn't talk about this at the start. There's just been so many things that are happening. But last week, Hurricane Ida tore through Louisiana and then made it all the way up to the East Coast to do significant damage in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Tens of people died in New York and Jersey. The number is probably over 100 in all 4 states. It was really bad. So please, prayers out to anyone who lost a family member, who lost their home, who suffered water damage. The scene when I came home on Friday was pretty wild. A lot of highways were still closed. There were just cars on the highway because, people had to abandon them. There's a lot of furniture out at the curb this week for people who had damage to their basements. I'm lucky to live in an area where I didn't have too much damage to my home, but I have family members who lost everything. So absolutely praying for everyone in Louisiana and the other southern states that may have been affected by this, as well as the northern states. Global warming is no joke.
Absolutely. Climate change is very real. We're seeing it every day. And man, definitely, I echo that sentiment to all of those who lost anything, and I'm definitely glad that you didn't have any significant damage, and definitely thoughts and prayers go out to your family and loved ones who did, and everyone else who's who is suffering or knows someone who is?
Side note, someone on Twitter said that the person who wrote 2012, the Mayan who wrote 2012 instead of 2021 was
With
dyslexic.
dyslexic. That's not funny. That's not funny.
I was sick and tired of the internet because that should not be funny. With all this happening. But yeah, it's really feeling crazy out here, which is why, you know, I'm encouraging y'all to wear your masks and to protect yourself, because it seems like things are just getting wilder and wilder. So the least we can do is take care of ourselves, because it doesn't seem like the planet is trying to take care of us. Okay. Well, let me not say it like that. We did this, and by we I mean y'all, because I ain't do it. But yeah, sorry, planet. Also, if the aliens are watching, please come get me. It's ghetto out here. Come get me. What y'all need me to do? I'm good with computers. Put me to work.
They're all like the Watcher.
Yo, that would make me so angry. You see what's going on down here, and you're not gonna do anything. You can't sit there choosing not to.
They said, "Ooh, the ghetto."
There was a tornado going across the New Jersey Turnpike. Come get us, please.
Hey, man, they said, look, lessons have to be learned the hard way.
I mean, they're choosing the hardest possible way. How am I learning a lesson for a problem I didn't cause? I didn't do this.
That's true.
You know how angry I get when people litter? I take it personally. The rage that fills me when someone throws something out of their car while driving and there's not much I can do. That bothers me. Okay? Aliens, please. It's whack out here. Come get me. We stopped talking about what if like 20 minutes ago, it feels like.
It's like it went from what if to just a general Marvel discussion to where we are now.
Yes. Anything else I got to complain about? Oh, yes. When I was in Colombia, everything that I had was delicious. I'm telling y'all, American food is not safe. I'm not going to be one of them conspiracy theorists that tells you exactly what's wrong with it. I'm just telling you, the meat is way fresher and much better for you in other countries. I can tell that the cows and the chickens and the fish that I were eating were loved and cared for, especially the ones that were farmed. Man, those cows and chickens, they received a lot of love. They were grass-fed. They had bedtime stories read to them. The cows in America have to be getting beat. Like, I don't even want American red meat anymore. And I don't want red meat that's been flown in from another country and took way too long to get here. Like I had a burger and a steak that was so good in Colombia. They killed the cow for me. When I got there, look,
that's why you gotta support your local farmers market. Shop local where you can.
Absolutely.
Often, whenever you can.
No arguments there. I need to do that. Actually, I lost a few farmers markets during COVID, but I believe an Amish market is still kicking. I need to see what that's hitting for.
Yeah, you know, it's like the difference between going to McDonald's for a burger and like, you know, going to somewhere where you know they've got locally sourced products.
I worked at McDonald's in high school. Don't eat that crap.
Everybody who's ever worked at a fast food chain says don't eat it.
The only thing that's safe is the Egg McMuffin. That's like the safest thing because I saw them crack the eggs with my own two eyes.
Hey, speaking of McDonald's, did you see that they were investigating why all of the was it? Who was it? It's the federal, isn't it FBI?
Bureau, or not federal, the something.
The
that,
FBI
like,
is investigating why all the
Business
McFlurry
Bureau?
machines. Oh no! What is it? Trade union? I don't know. Somebody, some government,
investigation.
Some branch of the government is investigating why all the McFlurry machines are broken.
The FTC? Federal Trade Commission. Yes,
the Federal Trade Commission. They definitely should.
As a former employee, I can tell you that the machine is very big and clunky, and it takes a considerable amount of time to clean. And so when they say that it's broken, 9 times out of 10, well, no, I don't recall it ever breaking when I worked at McDonald's. But what happens is it takes a long time to clean. So, and at 24-hour McDonald's, also the overnight crew is not very large. And I want to say it had to be cleaned like twice a day. So at least once during the daytime, it was going to get cleaned. But more often than not, it would get cleaned twice during the more active hours versus overnight, just because they had the staff there to tend to it. But that being said, if you know that your machine is difficult to care for and to, you know, work on, then upgrade to a better one. It's been the same machine forever, and clearly the system is outdated. I've never gone to Dairy Queen and they said, yo, the ice cream machine is broken. It does not happen. So never go to any other place that said, oh, we can't get a shake right now, it's broken.
It's bad design.
Period. So good. I hope they get
hopefully they'll do something about it, because it's a it's a thing. The fact that it's caught the attention of the FTC is that's hilarious.
I wonder if people wrote enough times. Also, something cool I can show y'all. When I was in Colombia, I didn't see any McDonald's, like full McDonald's, but I saw these. These are McDonald's that only serve ice cream. And they still have the M&M McFlurry, which we don't have in the States, which is wild.
Because they got that staff that's a dedicated staff that can clean the machine.
And their machines are never broken. Not
got time. That's the only product that's sold. It's ice cream basically out of that, right?
Yeah, it's
I think that's
shake too.
Not to say that that's an excuse, but I'm saying that probably I'd imagine that they would prioritize everything else in the kitchen over that McFlurry machine if things have to be prioritized. However, there's also, you know, you can hire more people, and like McDonald's is hurting for cash.
Man, they ain't hurting for nothing if they don't start paying
people what they are worth.
Period. Here was another one I saw. I saw like 4 of these on the trip. I thought it was super cool. So it's just straight McDonald's ice cream.
The golden arches turned purple.
Oh yeah, they look.
That was cool. Anyway, I'm out of things to talk about in regards to What If. I've got nothing else really to share though.
I am now way more excited for tomorrow's episode than I was. Well, I tend to avoid the teasers because I'm going to see the episode anyway, but now I'm super duper excited. So, yeah. Ready for me to take us out?
Absolutely.
Well, as always, thank you for watching. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Certified Gumbo. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, please turn on those notifications. We're doing a lot more streaming now on the channel, and you know, you might want to catch that. So please turn on your notifications. What else? Please buy us some coffee. The link is in the description bar below. Any funds that you donate will absolutely help us. And lastly, join us on Discord. We talk about this stuff all day, every day. Shang-Chi is a big topic right now, so please join us on there. You can see us tomorrow on the channel for our review of episode 5 of What If. Coop, Star Wars on Friday?
I have no idea. We have no news. So
no news.
Not likely. Unless something happens, I will do some video game streams on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so definitely tune in. Turn on the notifications because I don't have any set time for when I go live.
So when he
video game things, whenever I feel like playing video games, I'm cutting the camera on. That's what's happening. So, and that's all on the weekends and Monday. So, you know, until we get some actual legitimate Star Wars news, that Star Wars show is just going to be streaming video gameplay. But hey, we're hype. I'm ready for. I know we've got a chock full of content coming in 2022. It really kickstarting with the. Well, actually, you know what? Visions comes out at the end of the month. So if there's no news between now and Visions, definitely be on the lookout for my weekly episode review of Visions. Although I believe they're releasing every single episode at the same time.
Dang.
But I'm going to watch each of them and review them on a week-to-week basis because I need content to talk about while I wait for the Book of Boba Fett to come out in December. So that's where we're at, and hopefully I can get the camera fixed and figure out what's going on here. But yeah, that's all I got. Also, thank you to everybody in the Discord, because y'all have been great. Everyone maintaining conversation. Shout out to Mackie Boomers, aka
Mark,
for starting the fantasy league. Fantasy football starting over there. We'll be doing other fantasy sports throughout the year. So definitely join the Discord for that if you want to be a part of the fantasy sports stuff and what have you. And
next Tuesday, we are reviewing Shang-Chi. Did you really watch it and enjoy it, or did you even watch a review if you didn't review it with us? I don't think so. So please make sure you join us next Tuesday on the channel for an episode of The Cookout where we are reviewing Shang-Chi.
Absolutely. All those are facts. And also thank you to everybody who subscribed. We did hit 200 subscribers last week. However, we lost one today. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Maybe they deleted their account. I'm not going to speculate that they unsubscribed. I'm just going to say that they just deleted their account. Okay. So there. Tell your friends to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. We need 1K. So our next milestone is going to be 500. So we can get us to 500, man. We'll be great. We'll be good. But thank you all for subscribing, sticking with us for as long as you have. We're going to continue doing our thing over here. And yeah, that's all I got for now. As I always say, peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.